Bob first spoke to me about Debenhams before the July events. I know this because he was speaking about something that was going to happen in the future. I think this was about 3 or 4 weeks before the attacks in July. I had only known Bob a few weeks at the time. Is that correct?
No, I seriously, I said, well, I know it isn't correct.
Goes on to say, I think we were in my bedroom in Marjorie Park Road when he first talked of the planned Debenhams attacks. He told me he was going to be involved in a direct action and that the fur coats in Debenhams were to be the targets. Did you communicate those things to Belinda Harvey, as she describes?
No, I did not.
Or in any manner at all before the attacks?
No.
He told me that the plan was to enter the store and place the incendiary devices in the fur department so that they would set off sprinklers and ruin the stock. Did you tell her that?
No.
He said that the overall plan was that each device was to be placed in a different store on the same day. They were to place the devices in the store during opening hours, and presumably there was a timer mechanism for them to go off in the night. Did you tell her that?
No, I certainly did not.
He talked about the plan more than once before it happened. He talked about it to such an extent that I told him I didn't want to know about it and turned the discussion to another subject. Is that right?
No, it's not.
I thought it was wrong. I tried to persuade him not to do it, as I thought it was wrong. Is that true?
No.
I asked him how he could contemplate such a thing that might kill somebody. He reassured me that the action would not hurt anyone. The purpose was to create smoke to set off the sprinklers so that all the fur coats would be damaged and could not be sold, but it was otherwise supposed to be safe. Did you say anything to that effect?
No, I did not.
My love for Bob obscured my thoughts, and I didn't internalize how serious he was about it. He told me not to tell anyone. Is that right?
No.
Was confiding in Belinda Harvey about the plans for these attacks a way of cementing your emotional and sexual relationship with her?
Certainly not.
I said to him that I did not want him to do it. He said that he was in too deep. I clearly remember finding it a bit odd that he said that he was in too deep. These were the words he used. He said that he had just gone too far down the line and could not pull out now. Did you say that?
I did not say that.
Did you, on the night of the 10th of July, Friday the 10th of July 1987, leave Belinda's home having told her that you were going to meet Andrew and Jeff?
I'm sure that I didn't.
On the 11th of July 1987, which was a Saturday, did you collect one or more improvised incendiary devices for the purpose of planting at Debenhams?
No.
Did you go to a house where there were 8 such devices laid out on a bed or a table?
No, I didn't.
Did you travel to Harrow and plant a single improvised incendiary device in the Harrow branch of Debenhams?
No.
In the luggage area?
No.
Did you, on the evening of the 11th of July 1987, go to a gig in Stoke Newington and meet Paul Gravett, Jeff Shepherd, and Andrew Clark?
I'm sorry, I didn't...
Were you involved in any way with the telephone calls that were made to claim responsibility for the attacks?
No.
Did you attend a meeting with any of the three men I've just named thereafter to discuss the attacks?
No.
Did you attend a meeting with any of those three men?
What?
Well, this is Belinda Harvey saying a day or so after the attacks you told her about them. Did you do that?
Well, I mean, I can't recall, but I mean, at some point, I'm sure I would have talked to her about it, you know, once I learnt about it, for sure.
Told me that Jeff, Andrew and he had placed incendiary devices at 3 Debenhams stores. He did not tell me which stores had been attacked or who had placed incendiary devices at which stores.
No, I'm sure that I did not.
He told me about the device and how it was made, as if I might be interested, which I clearly was not. He told me that they learned how to make the devices from some publication, I think a book called The Anarchist Cookbook. I have a recollection that he showed me a sheet of paper, perhaps a photocopy, with instruction on how to make devices. I did not look at it carefully, but I do recall that Bob had it in his hand and was waving it around in front of me. I think he told me that Jeff and Andrew were involved in making the devices and they planned it all together. Is it true that you told Belinda Harvey how the devices had been made, including by reference to some form of instruction?
No, I'm absolutely certain that I didn't.
He told me he had put the device down the back or side of a sofa. Did you do that?
I certainly did not.
He made it clear to me that he had planted an incendiary device. Did you do that?
No.